Right, this is question 4 of part 3 of our Python series. We are still looking at conditionals: if, else, else, if. Those are the things we're really trying to get the hang of here. Look out for if, look out for else, else, if. How do we use these to solve these problems? Question 4. The gas company charges $7.45 per unit for the first 55 units of gas, then $6.85 per unit for each extra unit of gas used. Oh, this is looking really similar to question 1. So maybe this program is going to have the same sort of structure. Write a program that will calculate a customer's monthly account when the number of units of gas used is entered. The account should be in dollars. So there's a few things that we're going to need to do here. We're probably going to need to do some rounding at some point. So we're going to need our round function again. We are probably going to need to use floats instead of integers, because you can use half a unit, right? Okay. Oh, come back here. Okay. So gas is going, well, no, let's call it units. Units equals a float input. Again, we're assuming the user is using this sensibly. When you come to do their actual programs, don't do this. There's a whole extra step you're going to have to do, but that's for later. Units equals float input. How much gas did you use? How many units of gas did you use? Cool. Now that we've got that, what are we actually doing with that? It's more expensive. So, if units is less than or equal to, no, that's greater than, less than or equal to 55, colon, finish the if statement, enter. Notice how REPL tabs that in for me automatically. I know it's done that over the last few questions, but I've never mentioned that specifically. REPL does the tabbing for you sometimes. Watch out for it. Handy though. Total is equal to units times 7.45. Units times 7.45. Cool. Else. Total is equal to units it's going to be equal to 55 times 7.45, still, whatever that turns out to be, plus units minus that 55, and we're going to times that whole thing in brackets, times that whole thing by what? By what? By $6.85. Times 6.85. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's going to turn out correctly. I believe so. Print your bill for this month is colon, maybe we'll put one of, oops, not one of those in, $, and round, don't forget our round function, or else we'll end up in some freaky deaky, too many decimal points, trying to collect thousandths or 10,000ths of cents. We don't want that. We just want a float, 2 decimal places. So round total, we're rounding total, and we're rounding it to 2 decimal places. That's, where is that line? Oh, there it goes. That's what that line looks like. I could have calculated that in a separate line. Perhaps I should have. I don't think that's too complicated, but if you start doing too much inside other functions, it can start to get a bit complicated, and you should pull them out onto separate lines. How many can you do? 3. That's your maximum. You only go 3 deep. I have one function, round, inside another function, print. If you get, so that's 2 deep. If it gets any deeper than that, any deeper than 3, stop, pause, rethink your code. It won't be clear. Okay, let's try this. How many units of gas did you use? I used 0. Your monthly bill, your bill for this month is 0. Okay, cool, that case is working well. How many units of gas did you use? I used 55. And your bill for this month is $409.75. Wow, okay. I'm going to take it easy on the gas. How many units of gas did I use? I used 100. $718 a month for gas. Whew, that's pricey. But the math seems to be working out, so even though this company is charging an arm and a leg, it's calculated right. And that's it for this question. If you see anything funny, any errors, shout it out in the bottom. That seems like that's finished though. I'll see you on question 5. Lucky last for this little mini unit. See you then.